Different conversation tonight.
The Dan Yorke State of Mind program is brought to you in part by Lookout Rhode Island and Taco Comfort Solutions.
Happy New Year. Great to have you in. Thanks very much for checking in with the program. We're back in studio. Whatever work around here had to be done is done. And so I'm glad to be off that Zoom. It was kind of like, oh, COVID. I can't deal with that. And usually, both on the radio and on the TV, when I come back from a little time off, I'm ripping, ready to go, and got a lot of things to say. But tonight, I'm not going to do that because of two things. I want to spend quality time with my very important guest, and we may rerun this program a little bit later on in the year when we got nothing to do, and you know, we're looking for another tearjerker. So having said that, let me just show you this headline, and you'll see. Well, is that a headline? It's not a headline. Look at those two faces. Little looks big enough. Is his head that big, actually? I don't know about that. I guess that's a picture from a headline. Do we actually have the headline? Oh, now we just cut out. Here we are.
Dan, you know he's always in the forefront when we take these pictures.
There's no rules to this show, obviously. Do we have a Boston Globe headline? Did we not have a Boston Globe headline? Or anyway,
we got it right here.
Here's a picture of a Boston Globe headline, which you may have seen recently. Dan McGowan's column, one of Rhode Island's top TV anchors is leaving in her prime, and she wants you to know why. Do you want everybody to know why?
I mean, that's a headline,
that's
right?
A headline.
I didn't pick up the phone and say, hey, McGowan, I'm going to tell you why.
Oh, why are you sitting so far away from me?
You want me to get a little closer?
Yeah, slide in.
Right.
Does that screw up all the cameras?
Right?
I don't know. See, on a newscast, you can't do that.
I have my little...
You can say, hey, can you move
dot,
over or whatever? Other than, how come you guys stand so much these days? Are you bothered by that? I watch it and I say, that's very uncomfortable.
Listen,
maybe because I'm fat and I wouldn't want to do that.
Well, I was saying for 4.5 hours, I prefer to sit, but I also am a restless person, so I kind of enjoy the movement too. Everybody, some of our directors are here now, they know who I am. Commercial breaks, I'm out.
When did that start? When did all of a sudden...
The standing?
They started to say, hey, listen, we're going to move you off the desk and we'll have you start standing around in different places in the studio.
I'm sure the age of consulting, which is what, mid to late 90s, when consultants like, let's try this, let's try that, I would say.
Do you like it? Do you like doing that?
Sometimes. I think sometimes it enhances the show, when we're standing in front of the big video monitor and, if you have like really amazing imagery to show people, I think it works.
You ever trip?
Yes.
Like fall down or?
I've fallen off, I'm sure you've seen some of the bloopers of me falling off of the boxes because Patrick and I are...
Why, are you short?
You don't know how tall I am? 4'11". Yeah.
And so growing?
No, we're going the other way, Dan. Yeah, I'm going to be 4'8" when it's all said and done, probably. But
all right, let's formalize this conversation in a little bit.
Sure.
Our guest is leaving her particular position, and I don't know, Danielle, the time when people in this business are around for multiple decades is beginning to wane, I think. So you're amongst... I have trouble looking at you and talking with you and thinking of you as a cagey old veteran, though. You don't have that disposition. I think you're as young in the way you carry yourself as when I met you all those years ago. So why are you kicking it? Why are you doing this?
I mean, as I told management here at Channel 12, it's a number of reasons. It's not just one. Usually that's the case, right? When you want to make a change in your life, it's not just one, it's a lot. I mean, I've been thinking about it over the course of time. Part of it's just personal. I really just want a different challenge. I never thought in my life that I wanted to just do one job, ever. I knew when I was in high school, I either wanted to become a music teacher or a journalist. And at the last minute, a scholarship allowed me the opportunity to go to the more expensive school. So I went to school for journalism. Had I not won that scholarship, I would have been a music teacher. And there were times in my life over the last 25, 27 years being a journalist that I thought, I really wish I'd been a music teacher, I just, as much as I love this job and it has been a passion and I've enjoyed it, I just, at the heart of it, really wanted another challenge. And everybody knows the hours we work, getting up at 2:30 in the morning. I mean, it's the story of morning television, is the lack of sleep that you get. And working a shift where you are not awake when other people are, and when you're out of work, it sounds great, right? Oh, you're out at work some days at 10 a.m. or you're out at 12:30 after the noon show. Yeah, on a sunny 80-degree day, it's great, but in the winter, it's really lonely. You know, my kids are grown now, and I spend a lot of time in my house like, I want to work when other people are working. You know, and television broadcasting doesn't really allow for a 9 to 5 kind of an opportunity.
I've done some morning radio over the course of my career, and I'm not a morning guy, so I found the old commercial of time to make the donuts. The kind
I love those. It's Fred.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah. And I would say it, and my wife would laugh every morning where I'd say, okay, time to make the donuts. And I'd get up, and it's about a 10-minute where I can't believe I hate my life. I can't believe I do this. And then you get going, and you're actually fine. And I don't ever remember having to get up consistently at the time that you do, because television is different prep.
Yeah.
But I do remember, since you brought up the schedule, I remember that noon 1:30, when you're doing, say you're on the air at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, it hits you like a truck. And then when you get by it, if you take a 20-minute nap, or if you get by it because you've been busy, all of a sudden a second surge of, hey, this is actually pretty cool. You know, happy hour at the bar, you know, go play a round of golf, you know, see your kids' events, blah, 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 early dinner, that's awesome.
You
but then
nailed it
about
on the
8:30,
head.
9 o'clock, all of a sudden,
then you're
dun, 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 dun,
dead
it
to
comes,
the world,
it comes, right? Is that about right?
Yes, I will tell you, Dan, I did have the opportunity to go to the night shift to do sort of the main job a bunch of years back. And I opted to stay on mornings. Which a lot of people are like, why wouldn't you want to move to the later shift? You know, it's considered like the elite position and stuff at Channel 12. You know, Karen Adams and, you know, obviously Shannon Hegge's been very successful in the role for, I don't know, 8, 9 years now. But for me, you said it, I was able to go to all of my kids' events. So for the 13 years that I've been on this, you know, schedule, yes, I wasn't there in the morning to give them their OJ and their cereal and things like that, which I did miss out on that. And in fact, some days when I would take a personal day and I'd go to the bus stop with my kids in the morning, I was the freak at the bus stop, overjoyed to be there to send them off on the bus because I never got to do it.
Right.
So on the days that I did, I was like, what's up, everyone?
Yeah, most parents are like,
yeah, and I was
you're
like all
this
excited.
Is, yeah.
But I was always there in the afternoon. I was there for the plays, the games. It got harder as they got older, though, and then you're in the parking lot at, you know, Bayview Academy or whatever school your kid's at, waiting for them to get out of play rehearsal at like 9 o'clock at night, and you're like, I got to get home and go to bed. But I was able to be there for the majority of it, which worked out.
And the kids are what age now?
So I have a high school senior. She's my youngest. I have a college freshman, and then I have a college graduate. So they're in that pipeline of, like, you know, progressing into young adults.
And they don't need mommy every day.
No.
Right. I've gone through all that. It's interesting.
It's a transition time.
Since you mentioned it, because I want to talk about some of your journalistic experiences, and, you know, through the McGowan column, I understand that there's some things that have been tugging at you psychologically about this whole thing, so we should talk about that. But since you mentioned, I don't know how you put it, the more primer nighttime stuff, the business has changed significantly. Morning anchors are not throwaway positions. They may have been early on when morning television began, but between you and Patrick, I mean, I don't consider the morning anchor team to be the JV. And I'm guessing, you know, if you look at the payroll, I'm guessing it's not considered the JV in the business. And institutionally, you know, your absence in the morning, I think, will be as profound as a nighttime absence. It's changed. I do think viewing habits have changed. I think, you know, people, obviously pre-COVID, I mean, the shift towards earlier television, right, because people were commuting, you know, in droves to different places. So that switch when we went from 5 a.m. to 4:30 felt necessary at the time. I think maybe a few less actually get up as early and commute as much because we have hybrid and remote and things like that. But you would be surprised how many people are up watching us at 4:30 in the morning. And they communicate with us. You know, we're obviously big on social media, and that's one of the things that I've enjoyed about social media. There are obviously downfalls to it. Big downfalls. But the thing that I enjoy is being able to build relationships with people. That's what I think morning TV is about. It's not just about the content, it's about the relationship. Now listen, obviously, anytime you're looking at somebody every day, you feel there is a, I mean, the data. You mean Patrick every day? Well, no, I'm talking viewers. You know, looking at you through the television, there is a there is a relationship that begins to form in what you say off the script in terms of the acute news.
Yep.
Information is important. The banter is more important. I'm sure you're offering anecdotes here and there about things in life and that kind of thing. It's not as intimate as what I do on the radio, which is, you know, bum, bum, I'm talking to people every single day. Different relationship. Yet it's a special relationship. You know, why do you feel like you've got an intimacy with the viewer?
Because I hear it all the time. You know, I mean, look, it's a small state, right? And you know, you go out and about, and people stop you all the time. Hey, Danielle, you know, and it's funny. I actually get called Michelle a lot, and she gets called Dan, and it's so funny when I'm like, sorry to disappoint you. It's not Michelle Muscatello, it's Danielle, and they laugh, whatever. But they tell us all the time, we love watching you, and here's the reason why. And people love to tell you the reason why.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to happen to you, and in a couple of years, you and I are going to laugh about it. They're
going to tell me they still watch me.
In a couple of years.
Yes. And I know, you know how I know this?
They are going to tell you they see you every morning.
Because Karen Adams, who left, what, 10 years ago, I talked to her a few weeks back. She's like, and you know how she's got that southern drawl. She's like, Danielle, I'm out and about. And people say, I was watching you on the 6 o'clock. She's like, really? You are? Okay. And she left in 2010 or 11.
Yeah.
Because it's a habit-forming thing, and sometimes you don't realize you're actually out of that habit.
Yeah,
you know.
But you know, when I really
Patrick still say that about. They still say it to him about sports.
Yeah.
You do such a great job in sports, and he hasn't done it in.
It's a study. Anyway, when we come back, some of the more important moments in Danielle's career. Stay with us.
There were many moments that moved New Englanders who were in the crowd of thousands. Top of the list, the Pope's message and his challenge, urging the faithful not to settle for what comes easy. On the steps of the breathtaking Basilica of
So, your career is necessitated being behind the desk. But one of the things I've always marveled at with you is that you are as naturally glib and comfortable on the road. You agree?
I love being, well, we call it indoor cat versus outdoor cat. I love being an outdoor cat. Did a number of years of, you know, field reporting, general assignment reporting in Vermont, New Hampshire, then here in Rhode Island, and I do miss it a lot. I love being in the studio with, you know, Pat, Michelle, Melissa every day, and like the relationship we all have and the fun we have, etc. But I do miss being out and about, and when I get the chance to do it, I always jumped at it. I loved it.
So forgive me for, I don't know, what might sound like a judgmental question, but it seems to me that there's much more journalism done out there than there's done in here.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you have control over scripts, and you'll make edits when you say, you know what, guys, that's not true, or that needs correction, or we need to follow up, because your face and name and likeness are on the representation of a story. Yet, indoors, you're relying on people writing for you. Mostly, yes. Right? So when you're out there, you're really being a journalist. The Pope thing, well, that's pretty crass. That story is a favorite of yours.
It was. I mean, that, you know, there's only been a few of those like major assignments like that, like covering the Pope and his visit to America. Mike Montecalvo and I split the duties on that because he had visited multiple locations. So I handled the D.C. leg of the trip. I believe he went to Pennsylvania or Boston. New York, I forget where else he went, but Mike handled the other part of the trip because, you know, logistically with security and everything, you can't really have one reporter handle all of it, so we split it up. So Corey Welch, who's a videographer, and I went and covered the DC part of it. It was fantastic. You know, and there's obviously a lot of like planning that goes into that. You don't just show up and cover the Pope's visit, you know. There's a lot of planning, and you know, you're working with journalists from all over the world, which is fantastic. You know, Shep Smith was still at Fox at the time, and you know, I remember it was really, really hot out for some reason, and he's like throwing me waters, you know, and it's just like stories like that from the field where when you're not
There's camaraderie amongst journalists in the field.
Absolutely,
right?
And you know, for the most part, everybody's cool with each other, and that's because I wasn't out in the mix a lot. To go back and cover an assignment like the papal visit it was just a lot of fun.
Top 10 best assignments? No, top 3.
Okay, Super Bowls for sure. So I was kind of the color reporter, field anchor for 2 Super Bowls. So and it's funny, so I would fly into wherever the Super Bowl was, you know, you do the advanced coverage for the whole week, and then, you know, the Super Bowl is on a Sunday night, right, and I'd be leaving the airport on Saturday, and the people at the airport would be like, where are you going? Like, my job here is done. Now I can fly back home and watch the game at home on my couch, you know, because I did all the advanced stuff.
Right.
the hype part of it. You know, and like the local connections, you know, when the Rhode Islanders would arrive to Arizona, or the Rhode Islanders would arrive to, where was the other one? Indianapolis.
Flavor.
Mr. Roll was there. Yeah, the flavor stuff, which I love.
That's your thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just
You have a connectivity to what people like, and I think you do a good job with it. Do you feel like there's any, I don't know, hard news investigative stuff that you're proud of?
It's so funny you say that.
It's okay if the answer's no.
I don't envy the job of a real like the real hardcore investigative journalist, right? Like, you know, sometimes you're ruining people's day. You know what I mean? I'm just not that kind of person.
Look at you. You're starting to literally physically curdle over the idea. Well, when you had to take a Tim White story, right, and deliver it with authority, did it make you go?
No, but I wouldn't want to be
or preview it with authority, or you know, pre and post script. I mean, you have to feel the impact of being on the team of journalists.
And it's a necessary part of journalism for sure. We need investigative journalism. For me, and I'm not trying to say I'm just like some fluff reporter. I do enjoy doing the color stories, but I did do my share of, you know, covering court cases, murder investigations, you know, fire, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's just not my favorite part of the job. That's when I tell you about like the relationship building of being a news anchor. That's what I've enjoyed, you know, being able to show a little bit of your personality, being able to help, you know, start the day off on a good note, you know, kind of setting the stage for the journalists who are in, you know, the broadcast.
And you're always optimistic. Even some of the crew is already lamenting you're leaving. I've never encountered you in the, I don't know, Danielle and I are not close friends, we're work acquaintances. But you always ask a caring question. You're very empathetic. You're very positive. You smile all the time. Really?
Well.
How come?
Well, I think
I ask with a scowl.
I know, right? You gotta smile a little more.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. Listen, I haven't always been this way, and everybody here knows I have my sassy, you know, be whatever moments too. Like we all do. But I think the empathy has actually has been deeper the older that I get, and the more that I've seen. Right? It can go either way as you get older, right? But I think for me, it's just gotten more and more a part of my life and part of who I am because of what I've seen. You know, I could start crying at the thought of it.
Well, I'll give you a break on that. So when we come back, there's a part of this column that Dan wrote that I think is interesting. Some of this news delivery can wear you down, whether you've seen it in person or not. And I have a funny feeling that's part of what this is all about. Stay with us.
When Granite State voters wake up on this Tuesday morning, they'll be seeing news coverage and ads saying New Hampshire, now it's your turn, as the polls are opening at
nice hat.
It was freezing. What do you want me to do?
Who dresses you?
I love that hat, Dan. That's not nice. I do.
You know, that's a you know, hard news story. Politics are hard news and the like, but there's another part of news that's just hard. It's been a tough political decade. Mass shootings, tragedy, violence, and you know, this notion if it bleeds, it leads in television news is interesting. I don't want to get into the dynamic, but no matter what it is that you're delivering, even if it's distant, even if it's 1,000 miles away, the one to have to deliver it and have to read it every day and all that kind of stuff, it seems that that's worn on you a little bit. Is that true?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. You're not alone.
Of course not.
But
and that's the thing with the Globe article is I'm not the first news person, journalist to say this or feel this. I'm not alone, and I'm not the first human being to say it. Viewers tell us all the time how they feel about it. You know, sometimes people say I don't watch the news anymore, or I need to take a break from it because it just brings me down.
But we can't.
We can't. And the other thing is the amount of time too. You know, we're on the air from 4:30 to 9, and so not only do you have to see and hear the details of a mass shooting once, but 9 times.
Right.
So it's the repetition of it. You know, there were some that just, you know, we talked about it in the article a little bit.
Your flywheel a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like how do you move past 130 whatever people at the Bataclan in France? That was horrible, and it's days of coverage, days of it, huh?
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook, yes. And you know, there was a spate. I want to say it was
Station
like
nightclub fire.
in the station nightclub fire. I was still out in the field, so you know, to be there right as it's happening. My husband's a firefighter, so you have all, you know, that emotional component of it. And I knew a lot of the firefighters, you know, there. Look, for every Rhode Islander, it was hard. You know, and then I'm reporting for hours and hours on end, and people are wandering into my live shots. In fact, one of the clips of a live shot made it onto national TV that night because there was a father looking for his daughter, couldn't find her. He walked right into my live shot, and I had to I stopped the live shot and I tried to help him, you know, because he was sobbing. I'm like, what am I going to do? Keep talking into my microphone? No, I'm going to be like, you know, I think I had said, sir, you know, the first aid people are over here, and there's a help tent for you over there. You know, like it's like you're like doing triage while reporting.
So
you know?
honest answer. Significant element to the decision to leave, just to be able to shake free of the judgery of the world. Yes.
Big part of it, for sure. Yeah. Well, you talked to me about like my personal makeup and my personality. It's not in my nature to want to talk about really hard and sad things all day. I like to have fun. I like to do positive things. I'm just an overall positive person, and so if that's your nature, and then you're drawn and sucked into like the negative all the time, at some point you're like, need to do something else. So
there'll be a relief on two levels, I guess. A little bit of sleep, and being able to turn it off. Right? Turn the world off.
Yeah.
You looking forward to it? Really excited about it?
I am.
Your smile is effervescent thinking about it.
I am, and I
That's
think
a good way to go. Well, you know that you're smiling and your body language tells me that you're really actually excited about the next step. Right?
I am. Yeah. I am going to miss this. Like, you know, we talk about my last day and how when I set my alarm and it goes off for that last time, as happy as I'm going to be and relieved, I'm also going to be sad. It's always hard to end a chapter. It's hard, you know, when you think about this routine.
And you're done on the 26th, right?
Yeah,
the 26th?
January 26th.
The noon cast, is that going to be the last one?
No, it'll be in the morning. End of the morning, yeah.
And you'll say your goodbyes and all that kind of stuff then, and say what you think about the audience then. Well, hey, congratulations.
Thanks, Dan.
Don't be a stranger.
No, I'll be working in the community still after I leave here.
You haven't announced what you're doing.
Not yet, but it will be community-based, positive, trying to make an impact on Rhode Island, state that I love and have lived in for a long time.
You've left a significant signature, and a lot of people have benefited from your work, so congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Final word when we come back. Stay with us. Hey, you know, it's a tough business. It really is. You know what? So is yours. So let's not make a big deal about it. But navigating for 2+ decades through a tough business is a significant accomplishment, no doubt. And Danielle North will no doubt be missed. Have a great night. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.